So The Oranges, which is the latest from Julian Farino, Brit-born director who went to America and directed some Sex and the City episodes, apparently. He made The Last Yellow, remember, with Mark Addy and Samantha Morton. So, story is, a New Jersey suburb, 2 households. Oliver Platt and Alison Janney have a daughter, Leighton Meester, who you'll remember from the country and western film with Colin Farrell, Country Strong, which you quite liked. Remember?
No, that's a different film, isn't it?
Come back to that in that case. Anyway, she's refusing to come home from... daughter is refusing to come home from New York for Thanksgiving because she says she's going to marry the boyfriend that everybody finds very, very annoying.
You're thinking of the film with Ryan Bingham does the music.
Okay, let me get to the clip and then I'll have a look. Okay, so she then finds her bloke with another girl. She says, oh, fine. She goes back to home where she's sort of slightly heartbroken. These 2 families who are very, very good friends, you know, the daughter has come back. This is great, absolutely brilliant. Let's try and fix her up with the very, very obviously eligible son of our best friends and next door neighbours. So the best friends next door neighbours are Hugh, Laurie and Catherine Keener. They live across the road. They've got a very, very eligible son played by Adam Brody. Unfortunately, our young heroine decides that it's not him that she wants. It's Hugh Laurie. And so she takes up with her dad's best friend to the alarm of everyone. Here's a clip.
Jesus, say something already.
I will say something when I want. You don't get to decide when I say something. I decide.
Then decide already.
I'll decide. You have caused some serious trouble in the past, young lady. Don't you roll your eyes at me.
I'm sorry, it doesn't work when you try to play the stern father. It looks like you're pretending.
Your father is not pretending. We are furious.
I'm not pretending.
David and we like each other.
Oh, my God.
We've always been close. It's not like we planned this. It just happened.
You like each other?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I know what this is. This is some sick revenge because we weren't supportive of you and Ethan. So now you're gonna teach us a lesson.
Believe it or not, Mom, this isn't about you. And now that you mention it, you're the one who told me that I should find myself a man and not a boy.
Oh, God. Paige is leaving. I bet you didn't think about her for a second.
I wasn't thinking about any of you. Like I said, it just happened.
Where are you going?
Across the street.
No, you're not. Nina, get back here. Nina! Terry, do something!
Crazy Heart.
No, but actually, I'm not thinking of Crazy Heart. I'm thinking of Country Strong, which I'm pretty sure Leighton Meester is in. She is in it.
Well, I'm talking about Colin Farrell.
Yeah, no, that was where I was going. Yes, you're absolutely right. No, I was thinking of Country Strong, and just getting slightly
wrong.
Slightly wrong. Well, there's wrong and there's slight. Anyway, Her, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing with The Oranges, which let's face it, is not the most memorable of titles over here. This whole kind of spring-September romance thing is a somewhat icky staple of cinema, and very few movies manage to do anything which is, Manhattan is one of the exceptions. Remember recently we saw Liberal Arts, and the whole thing there was, you're being set up for what you think is one of those standard cinematic, spring-September things, but in fact what the film then deals with is age and nostalgia and age difference and age appropriateness and all those kind of things. The problem with The Oranges is that actually all the way through the sort of the problem of the Hugh Laurie, the older man, the fact that the daughter is dating the dad's best friend is slightly mitigated by the fact that you don't believe for 1 minute that these people on screen are having a relationship. So on the one hand, you have a story which asks you to make, to invest in a relationship which is a cinematic staple to the point that it's become a cliche. But on the other hand, it somehow works around that by the fact that you never once believe that these two people are in any way. I mean, it literally looks like even the scenes in which they have to kiss each other, looks like the minute somebody calls cut, they'll go, oh, fine, marvellous, very well done. So you get this kind of weird thing, which is that you think if I believed in the drama, I'd be slightly bothered by it, but it's okay, I'm not bothered by it. And the reason I'm not bothered by it is because I don't believe in the drama. And that is very strange when you have Alison Janney and Catherine Keener and Hugh Laurie. I mean, top caliber performers. I mean, also the other question is, why would anyone leave Catherine Keener under any circumstances at all, even if you were miserable and unhappy? So it doesn't matter, it's Catherine Keener. So it's a very strange thing that it never quite manages to find the right register. It's meant to be talking about a relationship which is shocking to the suburbs because of this age difference. But it's not shocking, and the reason it's not shocking is that you don't believe in it. And then you think, okay, the problem is not that the relationship isn't shocking. The problem is I don't believe the relationship is... And why don't I believe the relationship is working? When in fact, these are perfectly talented performers, and they're all seem to be, giving it their best. And so it just, in the end, feels like a kind of peculiar, slightly actorly, academic exercise. And then there are certain moments in it in which it lets rip, notably when Catherine Keener goes mad with a car and some lighty up reindeers and an inflatable snowman. And you suddenly think, oh, fine, the movie's finally kicked into gear after having sat there like a slightly cold Christmas lunch for the best part of an hour and a bit. It's finally kicked itself into gear, and it's just made me notice what's missing from it for the rest of it. So, as I said, had it been better and more convincing, it would have been more troublesome. As it was just a bit like and you know what I said that thing before about there's a difference between watching a movie and looking at a movie. Watching a movie is being involved in it. I mean, like I watched Jeremy at the QFT last week, and I'm still reeling from that experience. I'm not going to get over it anytime in the very near future. But in the case of this, I absolutely looked at it and just thought, yep, I'm just looking at people pretending.